So I thought today's video is going to be fishing from TEMU, right?
I feel like a billionaire.
Fishing. Fishing. Fishing.
TEMU fishing. So it's basically complete and utter budget fishing. So we've got the package here. This isn't everything, by the way. I'm expecting a rod. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. We're going to do the reel, the lines, the lures, the rod, the whole lot. And it come to, I'll put the price up, it's come to just over 40 quid for everything. All right, it's unbelievable pricing. And I mean, I've got quite a lot of stuff in here. Anyway, so we're going to go to the unboxing table, have a look. And then towards the end of the video, we're going to actually go fishing with it. So I don't have to cut it into 2 videos or just make this one big long video. It'll probably be one big long video, won't it? Anyway, right, let's go over to my unboxing table. Right, here's the unboxing table. Let's have a little look at what's in it. Okay, we get the old scissors. Be quite careful. And as I say, I'm still expecting a fishing rod to turn up. But hopefully this has got the reel in it. And of course, I'll put all the, as I unbox everything, I'll put the prices, what I paid for everything. So we're just going to empty this out all quickly. Oh wow, this look at the size on that. Well, I didn't. It was supposed to be bigger than that. Oh, right. Let's have a look. This is the braid. Well, that'll be enough for spinning. I didn't pay much for it. Right, so I've had to do this a second time because I didn't realise my camera was pointing over here and I just wasn't really showing you anything. So the first thing was the braid. Now I've already put the braid on the reel, but as you can see, it came in this like tiny. Well, was it more like a cotton reel? Put it in my hand. In fact, I'll get a normal one. So this is a normal size reel. This didn't come from TEMU. This one did. You can see the size difference. Now I say that came with just over 100 meters of 15-pound braid, which I've already put onto the reel because I'm having to film this again because I got my camera in the wrong place. Okay, so the first thing, let's show you the reel then. And as I can say, I've put the braid already on it, and this was the reel. I'll just show you the box. It came with the instruction manual. So just a typical reel. It actually feels all right. It's a size 4000. You could get anything up to like a size 1000, but I went for the size 4000. Apparently silver, golden and black. This is a silver one with blue highlights. Now I've already got a reel that looks a little bit like this. I don't know if the mic will pick that up. I'm not sure if that'll come out because I've got noise cancelling on the mic. But it feels alright. And again, I'll put all the prices of this on as I unbox everything. So that's ready to rock and roll. It's got 100 meters of braid that I've just put on from here. Again, if that didn't come braided, I've done that myself. Let's get this box out of the way. So let's start with the lures. Here's one lure, top surface, walk the dog style. We'll have a little look-see at it. What I thought was quite interesting was you can make out that it's actually textured. Get this out of the way. This is textured where the eyes are. That's quite interesting. It's got a rattle in there. Might just be able to pick out the ball bearings inside it. But yeah, that's one lure. And again, the prices will be appearing as I put them in. I'll just put that lure down there. Here's another one. Hunt house, not feed house, hunt house. I think if they were feed house, they'd be a little bit more than what I paid for them. But this one, you can see there's loads of ball bearings going on in that one. Don't know if you quite picked up the rattle there. Again, another top surface. There. Now here's the hooks. I've already started to put these on some of the jellies. Oh, I've already let you into the secret. I've got some jellies. There's 6 of these came. If we have a little look, I like these. Look, they're weighted. Quite a large hook. They had all different sizes there. But they've got this lovely little blade on there. Now, just to show you what I've got to pair that with, I've got some jellies. So, as you say, I've opened them up already because let's say this is the second time I've filmed this video, but I'll just show you. I put the blade on it now as well. So this is one of the jellies or the worms. I'm quite liking the look of this worm. I've got some good faith in this. And just to show you that these do have the spring to attach them. Although I think I should have got maybe slightly smaller ones, but it's a good bit of weight in there ready for the estuary tide. I don't expect them to last too many fishes. If a fish starts biting these, they're going to tear them up pretty quick. But I do like the ribbed fashion on it. I haven't got too many of this type of lures either. So put that back in its packet. They're very greasy. I'll give them that. They're very greasy indeed. And they do come in sealable packets. So you can seal them back up. So that's one set of lures. Jellies, some more jellies. These are sort of like a sand eel colour with a bit of blue in them. Sticking on there. White ones, and again I've put the hook ready on this one. These are a bit smaller. Just get one without the hook out. You can almost see the grease coming off of my fingers here. They are a bit smaller though. Feel alright though, feel good. And like I say, these, I tend to quite good luck with these on the kayak. So, another packet lure. Another one, these are the paddle tails. And again, I've already used one of the hooks through here. I just show you it with it hooked up. So, because obviously you need a bit of weight for casting if I'm going to spin from the shore. If I was just going to use it from the kayak, I'd probably use one with a weight at the end, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to try and shore fish with these. That's the sort of size you're going to get. Like I say, remember, they didn't actually come with the hooks. The hooks were bought separate. That's how they came. Just like that. And I've gone for white. White tends to be the sort of colour that works around the estuaries. Chuck that one on there. And that's the final one. That's one of these segmented jointed fishes. Right, for some unknown reason, the actual camera crashed while I was doing the unboxing. But here's a look at the reel. Here's a look at the rod. So I've actually put the reel on it as well. The only thing I would say is it's a little bit tight on the fit here. I think this is designed for a much smaller reel. And just to show you, it's quite hard obviously to turn a rod round in this limited space I got. But here's where it connects in. It feels all pretty good. And if I show you the rings, it can be quite hard to pick them up, I suppose. But all the rings are intact. Got a bit of give. There doesn't seem to be a split on there. The only thing I would say, the paint job isn't particularly brilliant on it. It's still quite rough, but maybe that's what these are. Maybe these are seconds. But for what I paid for it, it'd be nothing wrong with that at all for using the kayak. But of course, we're going to use this as a spinning rod because it was saying that it's a spinning rod. So the next thing now is to go and take the rod and let's go catch some fish.
If you know what I mean, I do like a tasty lure. Yeah, I am a bit partial to one of them. Anyway, let's go and have a look what this idiot gets up to down at the beach. I bet you won't catch a fish with this rubbish.
Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me now because the wind's picked up, but I just did a whole recording without any sound on. I got new lapel mics on now. And essentially, we're out here today doing the TEMU challenge.
and yeah, I'd like to apologise for not doing many videos this year. We've only done a couple of drone vids. This is actually the first time I've been out fishing this year, and it's September. I'm pretty gutted in a way. I haven't been out in the kayak this year at all. Gutted really. And what's happened is, the days I've been working has been when the fine weather's been out, and the days I've had off, it's just been horrendous wind. Wind is the biggest spoiler on the kayak. A bit of drizzle, not too bad, but the wind will really kill your experience on there, just because it builds up such a rough tide and rough sea. But yeah, so I'd really like to thank you all for hitting over 500 subscribers. Absolute bonkers. And the channel's only been going a couple of years. That's really good. And the other thing is, like I say, we're doing the TEMU challenge. Everything on this rod is all bought from TEMU, dirt cheap. Basically, this is a 40 quid setup. The rod, the reel is about 15 quid, and then we got a load of lures. And the line is also from TEMU, apart from this little bait clip, and 3 foot off, or 2.5 foot off leader. I wasn't going to put those into the basket just to add to the price when I had them lying about. But of course you could go directly to the braid. I don't think it'd make much difference in an estuary. It's quite coloured, the water here. Yeah, so this is the TEMU challenge. All my lures in the bag. Now I'm only going to be using TEMU lures, apart from I did buy 2 other lures from another Chinese company, and they're called AliExpress. And it's because I couldn't get the coloration I wanted off TEMU. They sort of did have them on there, and there's one really unusual lure which I'll show you later. Anyway, first we're doing, now we're down the beach on the estuary. We're on the out tide, as you can see. We do a lovely panoramic zoom. A couple of other guys out here spinning as well. A couple of guys over there bait fishing, so it's nice to see a couple of guys down here fishing. That's good. I don't know if the fishing's any good, but of course we're waiting really for the tide to turn. Oh, and did I say that the river is back on the Ferryside side? So last year the actual main course of the river transferred itself, for the first time I've ever known it, over to Llanstefan, and it did crap up the fishing on Ferryside side. On the in-tide, the bass were obviously going the other side. Hopefully they've come back on the in-tide now to come and travel up this way. You can see someone playing in the water over there. Could just be tidal. Anyway, first things first, estuary fishing on the low tide. It's more or less been spring tides the last couple of days. The old shell in the water, and that's my marker. So as soon as that starts, as soon as the water comes up to about here, about 5 or 6 foot past it, I know the tide's turned and the water's coming in, and it's time to make my way back to somewhere a little bit safer. Anyway, I've done the first cast already off, well, it was on camera but off audio, but we're going to start off with this sort of jelly eel type lure. What do they call these? They call them eels? I'm not sure. Call them something anyway. And I've got this hook with a little blade, and it's a lovely, I do love the old leaf blades. They're my favourites. They're really hard to get hold of on the flying condom. So essentially I've sort of made myself a sort of eel, sort of Eddie eel style flying condom here. Anyway, we're going to do a quick cast into the water. The tide's still coming out. I do have to say that the rod's a bit, it's not the best caster, even though it's a spinning rod. Oh, that got out there. The reel's okay. The reel is almost exactly the same as the ones that I've still been using on the kayak. I think I've only took them off the kayak last year. I'd had them on it since I had the kayak. They're cheap as chips reels. Like I say, this one was £7.50. This is a 4,000. I'm not sure if it's a 3 or a 2,000 on my other one. And they lasted me years. And I had caught many a bass on them. I'm not sure if this... oh, the blade is working. I could see it then. It was working, so you never know. Right, we'll put a few twitches in it. So I'm going to carry on doing the casting. If we hit into anything, then I'm going to turn the camera back on. But for now, I'm just going to turn the camera off and carry on doing a few more casts, and hopefully we'll wait for the tide to turn. These are the two from AliExpress, and this is a very unusual lure. I've never seen one like this before. This is a top surface walker, what they call surface walker style lure. It's a bit hard. Let me get out the packet to show you. Of course, these are copies and not originals. Looks quite good, this one. It's got that sort of glint and shine in the sun. I hope that's picking up out on camera. So I wanted that particular colour as well. That's sort of like a sandy eel style. Now this one, this is the unusual one. Let me throw that back in the bag. So I've never seen a lure like this before. One, it's quite small and heavy. It's got this metal blade at the start, but what it has got, there's little holes in the gills. So the water comes in through the mouth and then out through the gills. I've not seen one of them before. So on the basis of that, it's got a good little bit of weight, so it should be castable. And of course, these were AliExpress ones. This one wasn't on TEMU, which we'll save them to last. But I really want to try this lure out as well, because it's something a bit different. And again, that was like just over £4, which is not bad, not bad. So I'm going to change up. I've been casting with this one. There is evidence of something in the water there, but my guess would be that it is probably mullet or very small bass. And I think that would be a bit too, this one would be, let me turn this down a bit. This one would be a bit too big. So I'm going to, if there is a sort of schoolie bass in there, I'm going to size down now. Of course, this weight is way too big for this particular lure. This is a paddle tail, but we're going to give it a shot. You never know. You never know. That's the thing with fishing. You never know. Right, let's get this off. And nice and easy. Like I said, that's the reason why I use bait clips, because it does make this sort of, stops you having to flap around every time you want to change a lure. And there we go. We're going to try throwing this paddle tail. Hopefully the tide will change. It's still on the way out. Hopefully it won't be too long. Maybe just as the sun goes down, that'll be quite nice, because then that might let the bass feed a little bit more unrestricted with the, they don't really like, fish don't like bright sunlight. Right, I'm going to leave all my little haul over there. And again, I've put another razor cell in. That's my little mark, my little measure, and we're just going to cast in this little bit of river. There has been some movement of fish in here. I'm not sure what they are. Anyway, I'm going to turn it off now and carry on fishing. Right, so I've moved a little bit closer back to the foreshore here. You can see the tide's just starting to rumble. I was out there, that's all covered with water. Didn't take long. Like I say, I think they're slightly springy, the tides at the minute. You know, slightly a large rise and fall in the tide. Sorry, I'll give the camera in while I throw. I've turned back to the bigger white lure, the white sort of jelly, whatever they call them. Worms, looks like a big worm. We'll try along here. Like I say, I did see over the road there on Llanstefan, someone looked like they'd caught a bass. Not 100% sure, could have been throwing stones in the water, but by the sort of shouts and yells, I think they caught something. Anyway, and there was certainly a splash in the water, so. But let's just try a couple of slow casts here. Slow retrieves, I mean. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to cast very far using this rod, and I think this lure weighs about 17 grams all in all. The lure and the little hook with the weight on it. But yeah, this used to be a really good sort of spot and time for hitting into the bass as they come in the river, but they might be still coming in next door. All depends, but it's good to see that the river main channel has come back over here. So hopefully that bodes well then. We'll try a few twitches. Thing is, the water is a bit like chocolate soup. We haven't had the greatest weather the last 5 or 6 weeks. It's been absolutely atrocious, so that's not going to be great for bass fishing. They do need to be able to see the lure. If they can't see the lure, they ain't going to get bit, are you? I could possibly try top surface lure, making a noise, making a splash. I want to try that AliExpress lure, that weird one with the water and the gills, but I'm going to give the TEMU a good chance first. Well, I'm going to try this Surf Walker. Again, this one wasn't directly from TEMU, but it was from that AliExpress place, which is more or less the same sort of crap in it. Try and get it on. Struggling a bit yet. Train's coming past. Nice, I better take that little thing off. Rubber band. Oops. Don't want to leave it on the beach. Put it in my pocket. Get rid of it another time. Right, there we go. And the reason I want to try this is because look at that. Like a milk pond. Feels good weight on it. See how well it casts. I mean, if I can cast it on this, it's going to definitely cast on my other rod. But I want to see how it performs. Oh yeah, cast that bloody bullet. Now this is a subsurface one. So yeah, it's working. Oh wow, it works even if you don't... Oh wow, that's how they work, is it? Oh wow. You don't even have to do walk the dog, it walks its own dog. Oh, okay. Well, if I'd known that. Right, well, I'm going to pack it up soon. We haven't had any luck, but then also the other boys that were fishing here didn't have much luck, so there might not be much about. Water too brown, whatever. I'm making up enough excuses anyway. I didn't catch a fish. All right, I did not catch a fish. But before we go, let's try this funny looking D1 fishing. I tried the, you seen the surface walker. Very impressed with that. That's a good lure, really good lure. Obviously I didn't catch on it, but that's not to say when times are better, we don't have a catch on it. Oh, what I will notice is this rubber band is really tight. So there it is, it's not a very big lure. Not the size of my thumb, what's that? 3 inches? Maybe 4 inches with the gold leaf. I told you I'd took myself, bloody hell. Right, let's get this on the rod. Oh, by the way, the surface lure, that surface walker lure, casted quite well with the rod. I haven't got any complaints about that. This is a bit funny though. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh, straight on. Right, so let's have a little look. I have to pull my bag back a bit. I'm about to get flooded, but like I said, this is going to be the last cast. I will try it again. I will try the TEMU rod again, rod and setup. This might not be the end of the video. There will be TBF, TBC, to be continued. Anyway, let's see what this lure does. Let's do a little cast and see what it does. I haven't got a clue what it does. Oh, okay, it's got an action. It's very much like the surface walker. Wow, okay, that's full of surprises. So let me just try and turn the camera. It's not very far away now, the lure. It's quite hard to pick up here, but it's it's quite a fierce wobble on it. It definitely works on it's further away. Let me just try a couple more. I mean, this is quite a small lure, so if there's small fish here, and maybe that might be... I kind of like it. Again, interesting lure. This D1, have a look out for them on these Chinese sites. If it's D1 fishing lures, these are fairly interesting. Well, I hope you can hear me. 3, 2, 1 testing. Right, so we're going to take out the kayak. Got it all set up. Come back. And again, we're carrying on with the TEMU challenge. Now I have brought 2 rods with me, but just in case. But there's the TEMU rod. I'll change the lure for the TEMU one because I want to use the jellies anyway. We go out past Llanstefan, but not too far. The tide's going out and we'll be coming back in then about 7, 8, half 8, maybe 9 o'clock.
Right, so
when we come back
unfortunately, while I was
batteries,
capturing this little bit of footage, I hadn't long left the shore, but I caught in, and this is all using the TEMU rod, the TEMU reel. We had the little jelly, which I will show in the video, but we hit into a bass, so we passed the TEMU challenge. Hey, TEMU challenge was passed. So yeah, I'll just leave this play out, and I'm bringing in the fish here. The rod held up okay, actually. And if I was to criticise anything, it's the reel isn't as good as the other reels that I've had for cheap. It felt a little bit wonky, a little bit unbalanced. But over time, I got better at using the rod. I started from casting from the kite, wasn't too bad. You can see it doesn't bend very well. I know it is a bit sticky like, but it's handling that fish all right. And if it was to snap, you can see it would snap through the middle. But it's had a bit of pressure on it, and it wasn't too bad a size bass. Probably 1.5 pound bass, probably legal size. Little jittery little bugger this one was. We do get him off quite quickly, and then once I do get him off the hook, the little bugger decided to flop himself over to my feet, which made it really tricky to grab him straight away. And I'd also caught my line as well. But hooks beautifully in the mouth, and as you can see there, I've caught my other line as well, which I have to then try and fiddle because it's round the bass. This thing, there he is. He's down by my feet. We get him back in the water as soon as we can. Just sorting out my line a bit. Right, that's all sorted out the way. So yeah, quite chuffed. So TEMU challenge, is it worth it? Well, for a rod and reel for the kayak, I definitely wouldn't mind spending, 15 quid for a new rod and reel. Now I have seen on AliExpress they do a what do they call them now? A bait caster rod and reel for about 15 quid. The only thing is, I think probably that bait caster won't cast very well. Whereas what I do like about this particular setup was, you weren't getting bird's nests on the cast, and I could do a 20, 30, sometimes a 40-yard cast from the kayak. So that was useful. So there we are. I don't mess about. I could have shown up the camera, but we were releasing everything we caught this day. So there we go, guys. That's the TEMU challenge passed, flying colours. And we get back to doing a little bit more fishing. Glyn on Cheapskate Fishing. Glad you joined me for another adventure. And TEMU challenge passed. Caught a fish. Caught a couple actually, but one notable one on the actual rod, line and lure. So it just goes to show you can buy bargain stuff and catch fish. Mind you, most of my stuff is pretty bargain, but that is proper bottom of the basement stuff. I might even go and buy one of those bait caster. They had bait casting reels up there. I tell you what, AliExpress had a bait caster rod combo for 15 quid, and kind of fancy that one. Just thought I'll use them on the boat. But anyway, like I say, we're going to leave you now. Here's the train going. Oh, I don't know what I pressed on my camera there. Here's the train going, and sorry it's been such a long time since I did a video. Not much to show on this video, but then again, see, I didn't bring bait out with me. If I brought bait out with me, we would have had quite a few more. So let's just watch the train disappear. I don't know how good the camera picks up in this low level light. It's probably not too bad being a Sony. There it goes. Choo choo. Very side actually looking quite nice now. All the old run-down and derelict buildings have all been repurposed and modded and are now posh housing. Very nice, village looking very nice. The only thing I don't like is that horrible bloody mast sticking out the top. Anyway, see you on the next one, guys. Ta-da.